Hey everyone, it's me, Mika. For those who don't know, my name is Yalmikia Atmans. I am a licensed cosmetologist. I am a certified hair loss practitioner. I started a social entrepreneur project called A Baltimore Girl's Story. I am a student, a full time student studying human services. My area of concentration is at risk youth and advocacy for women, um, like women empowerment and things like that. And that's just a little bit about me. But I just wanted to do a video. And today I wanted to basically talk about, loving yourself, self love. I have my cards here to help keep me on track so I don't go off topic. But I want to talk about self love, and self love is basically an inside job. To practice self love, especially coming from a bad relationship or coming from a household where your parents and your family didn't love on you, they didn't show you love, they did not have those traits and those characteristics. But even though you had that happen to you, this is the perfect opportunity to practice self love even more. So when you love yourself, you basically don't worry about what anybody else has to say about you or what people think about you. You're able to tell people you love them, and you able to do things for people, material things, or even just giving words of encouragement like verbally, and not expect anything in return. When you love yourself, it's just a supernatural power, because in this world we live in today, a lot of us have this thing where if we do something or give something, we expect something back in return. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying let someone take advantage of you and allow somebody to just use you and walk all over you like some type of doormat. I'm not saying that. But even in those moments, you are aware of who you are and you have that much self love that you're able to tell people you love them. And by the way, there are like 6 or 7 different types of love. So, when you have agape love, which is universal love, it's no conditions. You don't have to know this person. You can love a complete stranger. You have empathy for people in the world and things that's happening in the world, and you don't even know this person or that thing or what have you. But it's kind of like, being an empath. And me myself, of course, I struggle with that. But now I'm not struggling with it as much as I used to in my past, because even when you become an empath, you still have to have self-awareness and identity and self-love, because people will prey on people like me that's an empath, or you that's an empath. So you got to be strong in even being an empath. And an empath, for those who don't know, is when you have empathy, where you're able to put yourself in someone else's shoes and, see things from their lens, from their eyes, and you don't pass no judgment. You're just basically in the now, in the moment with that person, and you're in agreement with them. You're kind of feeling their hurt and their pain, and you're not asking no questions. You're just there to be a support system, and not only just being there, but you're able to kind of put yourself in their shoes. When you able to do things like that, great things come your way when you put yourself in other people's shoes, where you're able to understand and you want to understand before you quick to judge. um Self-love is that's where, a component for where self-love come in at when you're an empath, because you have enough love inside of yourself to share with the world or to share with other people. So some self-love requirements that I came up with, I'm going to share with you all. The first one is choose yourself first, even if it upsets people. Choose yourself first. It doesn't matter if it upsets people, if people get mad at you because you choosing you. Look, the thing is this, you can't be there for nobody. You can't be a support system to anybody if you're not working on the self first. You have to work on yourself first. And this is why you guys need to come out December the 7th from 3 to 7 to my Women's Enlightenment Conference, because we are going to be dealing with the self. It's a birthday celebration for me as well. I wouldn't want to have it no other way than to come out and celebrate my birthday with women that's just ready to live an authentic life and walk in their truth and change your mindset all at the same time. So make your $10 donation, click the link on my bio, and click on Women's Enlightenment Conference. The second one is for self-love, for you to do the inside work, the inside job for self-love is to stay in your integrity, keep your integrity first, right? So like stay in your integrity, keeping yourself in check. Don't allow nobody to take you out of who you are. Don't allow nobody to take you away from your integrity, because integrity is like everything. And you have people out here that's manipulators and they will play on people. So you have to stand firm in you being who you are, and not allowing nobody to sway you away from your integrity and your morals and your values and what you believe in, right? Another one is telling what is true for you. So what's true for me may not be true for you, right? But it's okay, because nobody in the world is the same. Not even a set of identical twins is the same. So it's okay to let a person know what's true for you. That's where you can teach people how to treat you. Teach people how you are, by you staying true to who you are, and by, telling people, sharing with people what's true for you. The next one is not swallowing your words that express what you truly feel. Don't bite your tongue. Say what it is. If you feel like someone is badgering you, or someone is saying something to kind of sway you off your game, then that's when you need to make sure that you say what it is that you feel, and don't be afraid. Don't be scared. If a person may take something personal with what you saying to them by you expressing yourself, we are human beings. So therefore, we should be expressing ourselves. Because if we not, we're going to be walking around a ticking time bomb. This is why a lot of people are out here committing suicide and taking lives. It's because they're not able to express themselves, and when they do, they are afraid to, or they worry about what the next person is going to think of them or what's going to say to them. Look, who cares? That's between them and them. You express how it is, how you feel. That's a beautiful thing. So the next one is give yourself the rest so that you can perform your best. Now, I say this because me, myself, I am I like to meet and go out and mingle and meet new people, share parts of me and the information and the resources that I provide and things like that. But I'm also the type of person that likes to go into my space and recharge, right? So all that energy that I'm giving off, I have to come back into my space and recharge, because I'm no good for nobody else if I'm no good for myself. So it's important for me to make sure that I'm recharging myself, right? So the next one is building a life that you love while you're single, instead of waiting for a man or a woman to show up. So when you love yourself, you're able to not be out here chasing and being thirsty and seeking. Because the thing is, if you're practicing self-love and if you're loving on yourself that much, trust me, we are all energy, right? There is someone out here that is going to be you're going to attract. What you're doing when you're practicing self-love, when you're practicing these things, practicing solitude, you are going to attract someone just like you. Just like you're loving on your own self, someone out here is loving on themselves, so that they can attract the same person that can give them that same amount of love that they give themselves. You have to love yourself first before you can think you can go out here and love on somebody else. If you loving somebody else before you love yourself, then you able to allow this person to break your heart. You're able to allow this person to walk all over top of you. You are allowing this person to, you're giving this person to permission to treat you any kind of way. And that's because you don't love